coach's name, bringing all the action. Ron, we also have a big band up in the stands tonight. Oh, yeah.
Everything's on time, everything's first class, and we're hoping for the Jaguars to walk away from the first-class establishment and tournament with the first-class trophy and national attention.
We also have, I believe it's the Marine Corps color guard that will start things off here, and it looks like we have the, I think it's Saginaw Area Men's Choir. I'm going to get the name on that, but I'll tell you what, Ron, it's like you said, it's a class act tonight at University Center as we get ready for some sports action. And that winds down the pregame clock. We're ready to get underway with our national anthem in just a moment. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Voorhees Lumber Mart. And we also want to say hello to Angela, who is our engineer back at Danville, Illinois, as we broadcast across the mighty Michigan Bell phone lines back to Illinois.
Against the Bears of Brookhaven.
All right, nerd.
I'd like to take this moment to introduce the color guard from the Michigan National Guard, 1st Battalion.
We will now go to our public address announcer. We'll try to keep you up to date. And if you hear a little bit of a break, we're going to go into our national anthem in just a moment. Right now, the Marine Corps color guard from Saginaw is coming to center court presenting the colors.
Richard Ellison.
Very impressive, very festive, organized, very impressive for the national championship game.
And so it should be for a national championship game. Delta College, like you said, they put it all together. I'll tell you what we'll do at this time. Before we go into our national anthem, let's take a real quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, singing of our national anthem tonight will be performed by
Angela, if you could give us a minute.
Music of Midland, Michigan, directed by Janelle Square.
If you could possibly give us a minute. We are back at Delta College. We're going to have our national anthem, and then we will be getting into the national championship. That was ever so impressive. Like you said, a class act, Ron. What a way to start out a national championship. In just a moment, we're going to have the starting lineups for both WDIVSION, the Danville Community College Basketball Danville Jaguars, and the Brookhaven College Bears. Again, the Bears, the big story tonight is the Bears are playing with only 6 players throughout the season. They whittled down from 15. They had a player that was injured last night in a game. Now they're down to 6. One man on the bench for the Bears. Now let's go to the public address announcer and let's pick out our starting lineup.
Sophomore 6'2" guard from Mount Vernon, Indiana, Kevin Carlton. Sophomore 6'4" guard from Anderson, Indiana, number 33, Chuck Lester. Sophomore 6'7" center from Indianapolis, Matt Catman. And wearing number 32, sophomore 6'1" guard from Columbus, Indiana, Kevin Johnson. the Danville area community college, coached by John Njcaa. Now, ladies and gentlemen, representing Region 5 with a 23-10 record from Texas, Brookhaven College Bears. Freshman 6-foot guard from Dallas, Texas, number 11, Njcaa. From New Orleans, freshman sophomore forward 6'7", number 32, Roderick Gregoire. Standing 6'7", from Dallas, Texas, center, number 44, Powell. At guard, from Mesquite, Texas, sophomore 6'2", number 3, Rodney Washington. And from Lancaster, Texas, sophomore 6'2", number 15, Gerald Wright.
All right, there's our starting lineups for tonight, the starting five for both teams. The Brookhaven College Bears from Texas. As a matter of fact, Ron, you see a few Texas fans in the stands tonight. That's a heck of a lot longer trip than it is out from Illinois. Oh, we want to welcome everyone for WDAN 1490 AM, your news and information station, bringing you Danville Community College basketball tonight. The Jaguars going for a national championship. And I believe, Doug, is this the first shot at a national championship?
First regional championship that Danville's had this year, and this is the first chance for a national championship.
This is Kurt Dammer bringing you all the play-by-play, along with Ron Nurnberger, and our guest player up here is Doug Durham. Will be helping us out with the stats tonight, keeping you up to date. We're ready to start things off here at Delta College University Center up in the Saginaw Bay City area. And our players center court ready to start the action off. Starting things off, number 33, Chuck Laster. Laster gets the tip, and here come the Jaguars, bringing it across the timeline. 32, Kevin Johnson. Johnson, top of the key, working off on the left side. And we see that combination working so well with Carlton. Carlton in three-point land, pulls up, pass back on top of the key to Johnson. Johnson works that perimeter. We'll see what Catman can do tonight. He had a great game last night. Baseline, nothing back door, as we see Johnson making a move. Now pass in underneath. Turn around, and it goes for the big man, number 52, Jock Burns, who does it so well.
Nice left-hand hook inside.
Jock Burns.
Offense for Danville again, and they'll have to keep their tempo on defense up, hopefully to tire the Bears out as the game progresses.
Here come the Bears from Texas, working it on the left side. Now top of the key, that's Charles. Move now to 3, Washington. Jump shot, put up on the outside, 15-foot jumper. That ball for the big man, Powell.
Both teams playing good half-court, quarter-court, defense, as the Bears pick them up right at half-court as Carlton brings the ball over to the other side of the court.
Jaguars across the timeline, top of the key, that's Carlton. Carlton, quick pass in underneath, they did it before. Here's Laster up and good for two as the quick little shot underneath. But what an assist by Kevin Carlton through the cross-court pass right to the basket. Here comes the Brookhaven Bears from Texas. Now top of the key, that's number 11, Vincent Charles. Charles makes a move, now pumps in the lane, nothing there. Going for the steal, 32, Johnson. Johnson has his hand on the ball and takes a steal for the Jaguars. Here comes Johnson across the timeline. Now stolen from behind, knocked away number 32. That's Gregor. Roderick Gregor for the Bears. Now top of the key, that's Washington. Here come the Bears now, looking baseline. Jump shot does not go. Burns has a hand on it. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will be a Bears ball. Tough defense and good movement. Well, it started out the same way last night with Burns. Aggressive ball, but can the Bears keep up again? Only 6 players, 1 man on the bench. There's 2 men there, but the other one is injured. He just can't play. Inbounds pass, driving to the hoop. The shot put up and draws the foul. That's Roderick Gregor for the Texas Bears.
And that foul will go against Jock Burns inside and aggressively put it to the basket.
Number 52, Jock Burns, first personal.
Both teams
Danville team first.
Fundamentals show very well.
That will send the Bears to the line.
On the line,
Shooting the 1. 3-point attempt. This score now staying at 4-all. The shot up in the air does not go. Way up in the air is Matt Catman. Catman powers the board for the Jaguars. Pass comes across the timeline quickly to Laster. And the pass off to Burns as he drives to the hoop. Ball knocked away, deflected, taken by the Bears. Here come the Bears across the timeline. That's Charles. Right side, now top of the key goes to Gregor. Gregor makes a move on the inside. Going with a hand on it, that was Carlton. Almost had the steal. Bears maintain it. Looking baseline, goes to 15 right. Nothing there for right now. Back out front to Washington. Washington barking out the offense for the Bears. Now top of the key between the circles. 17:55 to go in the first half. 4-all to score. Here goes Washington, drives the lane. Nothing there. Puts the shot up. Rebound goes to Gregor. Follow-up shot. And the whistle called. We're going to have a foul. Looks like it's going to go against the Jaguars.
Number 32.
Goal, 3-2, Kevin Johnson, his first.
Very mobile.
Jaguars team 2.
twice here. Danville unable to keep the box off the boards. Certainly something they'll have to do with that young man because he's very talented and he can play a little bigger than some of the size Danville puts on the court.
Gregor back to the charity stripe. The shot put up, shooting the two. First one in and got the point. 5-4 the score now. Bears on top by one. 17:47 to go in the first half. Second shot up in the air, rolls around the iron, in and good for the deuce. 6-4 the score now. Bears on top by two. Here come the Jaguars. Trapped across the timeline. Now pass goes from Carlton to Burns. And underneath, Laster. Quick little layup. Up and good for two. Easy two. Here come the Bears. Top of the key is Charles. Pass off on the right side goes to Washington. Washington makes a move on Laster. Taken by Burns. Burns with the steal knocked away. Well, quick hand on it goes to Johnson. Johnson tries to get the pass off underneath. Knocked away by number 11. Vincent Charles of the Bears. Jaguars will get the ball back underneath their own basket. 17:27 to go in the first half. 6-all the score. Inbounds pass will come from Catman. Action goes quickly to number 32, Johnson. Looking baseline, pass off to Burns. Burns tries to do the one-hand hook. Does not go and draws the foul. That will send number 52, Jock Burns, the big man for the Jaguars, to the line. Well, we had a good game last night. Prince George, they also, I believe they ended up number 3 in the contest just before this. They took the consolation category, one of the wins. Big game because Prince George, they beat Lansing. Lansing was picked to be in the finals here, or, well, the way the bracket was set up, I believe, Ron, it would have been either Lansing or the Jaguars.
It was, and that was a big upset, of course, for Fort George, and that helped out Danville, and that brings Danville into the finals.
Burns shot up and good. 7-6 to score in favor of Danville. Here come the Bears. Now across the timeline, that's Charles. Charles on the right side at the half circle. Now top of the key goes to Washington. Washington trying to make a move on, number 33, so fast, Laster. Cross-court pass goes to right in the corner. Pass back out front to Washington. Washington trying to make a move in the lane. Open, 10-foot jumper, and a block there. That's a rejection, goes to Johnson, way up in the air.
The Jaguars doing Carlton and Johnson, so many good things are going to happen.
Shot driven to the lane, the shot put up, jump shot from 10 foot goes to Kevin Carlton, good for two. 9-6 to score. Here come the Jaguars. They are on a roll. Bears now with the ball across the timeline. Number 11, Vincent Charles. Charles pulls up, top of the key, no one there. Quick pass off on the right side, goes to right. Now back to Charles. Charles looking back door, cut off, nothing there. You just can't get by Johnson. Johnson hand into space. Now shot up from 15 foot, does not fall for Powell. Jaguars with the board. Coming across the timeline goes Carlton. Carlton pulls up, top of the key, quickly to Johnson. Johnson around the half circle, Laster. Now to Catman. Catman at the free throw line, back up at the point. Driving the lane goes Johnson. Johnson dump pass to Laster. Laster's shot up, does not fall. Way up in the air. Goes number 32, Gregor for the Bears. Here come the Bears across the timeline. 16:04 to go. 9-6 to score in favor of Danville. And driving on the left side, nothing going to go for Rodney Washington. Gets called for the travel.
Well, Brookhaven Bears, they use a 3-yard offense with Charles, Washington, all three of them 6'2", very quick. And of course, the first thing you have to have is basketball guards, and we're looking at 2 set of great guards on both these teams this evening.
Here come the Jaguars. 30 seconds on the shot clock. 15:47 to go in the first half. Working that perimeter. Three-point shot put up off the edge of the rim. Does not fall for Johnson. Rebound taken by the big man, Powell, for the Bears.
Bears put into a 2-3 zone that time, and was looking for the three-point shot right away on the Jaguars.
Texas across the timeline, now working the perimeter. The shot put up. That's a three-pointer. Well, I don't know how he had his foot on the line, but that's three-pointer for Gregor and the Bears. We suddenly have a tie ball game again at 9-all. 15:23 to go in the first half. Here come the Jaguars now across the half-court mark. Johnson working on the right side. Quick pass over to Laster. Laster looks baseline. Nothing there for Burns. Burns pulls up. We'll go back out to the point. Point man Johnson now driving, three-point shot, baseline put up, does not fall for 22 Carlton. And the follow-up goes to Catman, and that's what's going to be one of the big points here is number 45, Matt Catman, who had a great game last night.
Great rebound by Laster, and while he was in the air, he passed it off to Burns inside.
Here come the Bears. Here come the Bears driving the lane. Foul will go against Jaguars. I think it's going to go against Catman.
Catman, 45, first personal, team third.
Catman do. And it's going to go against Catman. That will be his first foul. 14:53 to go in the first half. Danville Jaguars on top by 11 to 9 the score. Inbounds pass from the Bears. Now Texas working the perimeter. Gregor now pass out front quickly to Charles. Charles now to Washington on the left side. Still way out of bounds at three-point range. Now drives baseline jump shot put up. Rolls in, and that's good for the deuce.
Number 3, Rodney Washington.
only have the 5 good players, as Doug had pointed out, but every one of them is quality at their position.
11 all the score, tie ball game with 14:27 to go. Here come the Jaguars now working the half circle. Top of the key, that's Johnson. Johnson makes a move on the right side. Pass goes to Carlton. Carlton drives in the lane. The jump shot off the glass. Good for 2.
Carlton.
Top of the key for Texas. That's Charles now. Pass up on the right side. 3-point land for Washington. Oh, what a touch. Rodney Washington for the Bears. Cans a 3-pointer. Bears take the lead by 1. 13:50 to go in the first half. 14-13 the score. Here come the Jaguars. Now Laster trap. Cross-court pass goes quickly to Carlton. Carlton's now lost the ball. Taken by Gregor. That's stolen back. Taken by number 32, Johnson now. Johnson drives the lane. Oh, trying to get the bounce pass off to Burns underneath. Knocked out of bounds. And the Bears will get the ball back with 13:44 to go in the first half.
Danville's third turnover to Brookhaven's 4. Up-tempo game. There's going to be more turnovers that way, but because of the quality of the guards in both these teams, Washington, Charles, and Wright for Brookhaven, Carlton and Johnson for the Jaguars.
Here come the Bears. The other 3-point shot put up does not fall for Charles. Fighting for it underneath. Foul called, and it will go against the Bears. Jaguars will get the ball. The inbounds underneath the Bear basket. 13:31 to go in the first half. 14-13 the score. Brookhaven College Bears on top by 1. If you're just joining us, this is WDAN 1490 AM, your news and information station. College basketball brought to you tonight by Voorhees Lumber. Jaguars across the timeline. Top of the key. Johnson pass off on the right side. Goes quickly to Carlton. Carlton look underneath. Goes to Catman. Catman shot put up and good for 2.
34 puts it over toward Happening.
You saw Thursday night when they had a little trouble with the zone. There's a steal by Johnson. Puts it up way
32. Kevin Johnson.
So quick, I want to make a correction. Last shot was put up in by Havenish just before the steal by Johnson. Here come the Bears now. The shot put up, hand in the face. Well, a hand in the face by Johnson. That's number 11. Vincent Charles drove the lane, put the shot up, and makes the shot, also draws the foul.
Second personal, Kevin Johnson.
Well, I know that Brookhaven will use 5 players trying to save themselves at all. They move up and down the court so well, and they want to play the up-tempo game. But when you have guards that can shoot like they do, you need to play the up-tempo game.
We're going to see the Jaguars go with some more speed. I'll tell you what, they've got such a good rotation with the 3 guards between Claudius Garland, who is now into the ball game for the Jaguars, along with Kevin Carlton, now hitting the bench, number 32. That's Kevin Johnson. 12:57 to go in the first half. 17-16 the score. Shot put up, does not fall for the Bears. Rebound goes to Burns. Here come the Jaguars. Claudius Garland now into the ball game for the Jaguars. Garland across the half-court mark. Pass off on the right side goes to Carlton. Carlton working on Charles, now back out front, top of the key to Garland. Garland calling out the offense for the Jaguars. Carlton pulls up, now passing underneath, looking baseline. The shot put up does not fall for Havenish. Rebound taken by the Bears, now 32. Gregor driving the lane, pass, dump pass goes up, does not fall for the Bears. And there's Jack Burns, that's a power board. Stolen by Powell. Powell, it's 4-on-2. The layup put up does not fall. Foul up, good for Powell and the Bears.
So quickly, they need the ball so quickly on the steal or on the missed shot. If they hit the offensive board again, that's 4 offensive boards on Fisher. And Coach Stacey, I'm sure, is not happy with that.
Here come the Jaguars working the half circle. Shot goes to Laster, and that's not good. Just a 3-pointer by about a foot. Ever so important, Chuck Laster into this ball game for the Jaguars. 19-18 the score in favor of Danville. Here comes the Bears. That's Charles. Charles shot, 10-foot jump shot, up and good for 2.
Charles.
It's going to be a game of guards before this is over. Carlton, Johnson, and Garland against Wright, Washington, and Charles.
Garland, top of the key now, calls out the offense for the Jaguars. Looks, pass goes to Havenish. Cross-court pass back to Laster. Laster loses the handle on it. Turnover goes to the Bears. 11:39 to go in the first half. 20-19 the score. The lead has changed back and forth probably 5 or 6 times within the last 4 minutes. 1-point ball game now. The Bears from Texas, Brookhaven College on top by 1. Inbounds pass for the Bears goes to Washington. Rodney Washington will bring it across the timeline for Texas. Washington, he's got his hands full, I'll tell you what, trying to work on Laster. Laster can stay in front of you so very well. Here come the Bears now. Pass goes to Charles. Now here comes number 3. Washington drive the lane. Shot in off the glass. Good for Deuce.
Washington presents.
Here's the Jaguars, top of the key. Oh, power pass in and out of the hands. Matt Catman could not hold on it. The Bears get the turnover. 10:58 to go. Shot, top of the key, three-pointer off the front of the iron, does not fall. And the whistle's blown, the call made underneath. It will go Jaguars' way. With 10:55 to go in the first half, 22-19 the score. In favor of, I keep on working this back and forth. In favor of the Bears.
That was Gerald Wright, sophomore, 6'2", 180 pounds, going over the back there, 14 fouls on the Jaguars, and 3 on Brookhaven. Of course, in the foul situation, Brookhaven is critical. When you only have 5 players, they have to be careful that what fouls they do have, Kurt, are spread throughout the team.
Coach John Spezia for the Danville Jaguars now makes a substitution. Coming in is number 50, who had a great game last night, Matt Sisley. As number 34, that's George Habenish, hits the bench. Here comes Jaguars across the timeline. Number 20, Garland. Pass off on the right side, goes to Carlton. Carlton looking for the dump pass, goes to 45. That's Catman. Jaguars working the perimeter. Pull up three-point baseline shot, does not fall. Follow up, good for number 45, and that's what's going to work. Catman got the tip in.
Adjusted to that very quickly. Brookhaven into 1-3-1 zone, but Sisley takes the steal, and Carlton brings the ball up the court.
Here come the Jaguars in the foul call. Well, I'm not sure what that one on. Looked like a little bit of a pick. It's going to go against number 45, Matt Catman of the Jaguars.
The words exchanged out there is potentially the championship.
Actually, a little argument between Jaguar players. Between number 22, Kevin Carlton, who plays with such intensity, he's going at it a little bit with Catman. 10:25 to go in the first half, 22-21 the score in favor of the Texas Bears from Brookhaven College.
That's the 4th straight turnover, 6 possessions for the Jaguars. Of course, that's hurt them. They're taking the lead away and giving it back to Brookhaven. They've been turning over the ball a little bit too much.
Here come the Bears, top of the key. Charles, pass off on the right side, goes to Washington. Washington making the move, baseline, and calls for the foul. Will go against the Jaguars. Number 22, Kevin Carlton.
Brookhaven guards are quick, as we can see there. Tried to stop the baseline, just couldn't get there quick enough. Brookhaven guards.
Block on Kevin Carlton first.
Right now.
Team
Guards
six.
Danville to put on the court.
Oh, we can say all we want about Bears. The Bears from Texas, Brookhaven, only having 6 players to play the game tonight. 5 on the court, 1 man on the bench. But the 5 players on the court are of prime quality. Bears inbounds pass. Sisley had a hand on it. And the foul call. Looks like we're going to have another Jaguar foul.
Chuck Laster, his first, team 7.
The 10-minute mark halfway through the first half, and the Brookhaven Bears will be shooting 1-1 from now on. Kurt, only 3 team fouls against them.
For the Bears, that sends number 32, Roderick Greger, who's been to the line 3 or 4 times tonight already. 10:13 to go in the first half, 22-21 the score. Bears from Texas on top by 1.
I think defensively, Danville not looking as sharp as we've seen them as far as keeping Brookhaven off the offensive boards. And we all know when you live and die with a good man-to-man defense, which Danville does fundamentally so good, they must box someone on the boards.
First shot of the 2, put up, falls 4:32. Greger, second shot in the air, rolls around out of the iron, does not fall, taken by Jock Burns. Here come the Jaguars. Garland across the timeline, goes to Burns. Burns dumps it off to 22, Carlton. Carlton top of the key, pass off to the right side, going to Garland. Garland now takes over the point. Working left side, pump fake, 22. Does not go for Carlton. Now pass in underneath. Up and good. That's 52, the big man, Jock Burns for the Jaguars.
Another great pass by Carlton. He's getting a little soft bounce pass at the box. And of course, once Jock has it, he's going to put it up strong.
Score tied at 23 all. Bears with the ball now, working the perimeter, left side. Charles, jump shot, in and out, does not go. Fighting for it underneath. And the save goes, Sisley had it. Inbounds throw, came back. Bears got the ball back. Powering the boards, number 52, Jock Burns.
I'll tell you, Brookhaven hits the offensive board so well that it scares me as far as the Jaguars are concerned. They must keep them off the boards.
9:20 to go, score tied at 23 all. Here comes Danville. Jaguars now working the half circle, top of the key. Garland now pass off. 3-point shot, put up, does not fall for Laster. Taken by the big man Greger for Bears. Here come the Bears, quick pass across the timeline. Working that left sideline, that's Washington. Pass in underneath, turn around jump shot, and a foul call. Looks like it's going to go against Burns.
Sort of a late call. Jock had good position, has hands straight up, and then Wright sort of leaned into him and got the call.
Third, second personal.
Another 1-1 situation.
Jaguars, team 8.
Very, very crucial as we go What's interesting out of their zone, now that they've gone to the zone, is when they get the rebound, the Brookhaven Bears, that is, they throw the outlet to half-court pass. They've been beating the Danville guards back on defense.
Catman in for Burns, also substitution. Coming in, Laster hits the bench as Severin Grinnell comes into the ball game for Danville. That sends the Bears number 15, Gerald Wright, to the charity stripe. 9:02 to go in the first half. The score tied at 23 all, and the Bears take the lead by 1 as Wright cans the first to 2. Right back to the line for the Bears from Brookhaven. Shot up in the air, off the back of the iron, does not go. Rebound goes to Sisley. Sisley with the power board, pass off quickly to Carlton, now to Garland. Garland working the sideline, goes to Sisley, cross midcourt. Sisley looking baseline to Catman. Now 3-point range, that's Carlton. Carlton will pull up, go back out top at the key to Garland. 8:45 to go first half. Bears on top by 1. It's going to go to Carlton. Carlton looking baseline, forces the shot, put up, does not go. With the rebound, follow-up shot, good for number 50, Matt Sisley.
Coming to the ball game in place of Jock Burns. He's added a little fire to the offensive boards, and that's going to be real important. Jock has 2 fouls.
Here come the Bears. They answer with 2 more by number 44, Bull Powell.
6'7" freshman, 225-pounder. There's some big athletes in both teams on the court right now. Real good size for junior college basketball.
Ron, I watched Bull Powell play the other night. Intense, 6'7".
Oh, yeah, he's big and strong.
8 minutes to go in the first half, 26-25 the score. Bears on top by 1. Jaguars with the ball. That's Garland. Goes to Catman. Catman shot from the free throw line, off the glass, and that is good for 2.
Nice soft 7-foot jump shot off the glass. Good fundamentals again. Always presented by the Danville Jaguars.
Jaguars take the lead by 1 now. Bears baseline shot as going backdoor for the jump shot was number 3, Rodney Washington. Did not fall. Jaguar hand in the face and called for the foul. It's going to go against Danville.
He's a 6'2", 75-pound freshman, and as we look at him from up here in the stands, he looks very small compared to the rest. There's a lot of 6'7" people on the court here.
Yep.
And they're all baggage at 230 pounds. Jock Burns doesn't look real awesome tonight compared to the rest.
22, Kevin Carlton hits the bench for the Jaguars into the ball game for Danville. Now number 35, Kevin Whiteman. Washington shot up off the back of the iron, does not fall.
The Bears better take advantage of the opportunity to get free throws in this first half. They're in for the bonus, and only 3 team fouls against the Bears means that the Jaguars may not get to the line this time.
Washington, Kansas, second and 2, 27 all the score, 7:49 to go in the first half. Here come Jaguars, we can see, as the Bears put a little pressure on, full court, kind of a loose full court press. Jaguars now top of the key, that's Garland looking on the right side. Dump pass goes to 35, Whiteman. Nothing there for Whiteman, pass to Catman. Looking underneath, all alone, number 42, and good for the layup. That's Severin Grinnell for the Jaguars.
That was a great backdoor pass. They found the opening. They're rotating, they're down 9-10 off the bench already, the Jaguars are.
Here come the Bears now, driving the lane. Number 3, that's Washington. Jaguars got a hand on a 3-point shot put up off the back of the iron. Does not fall for Gregor. Fighting for it. Here come the Jaguars with the board. Now pass quickly, making a move to the hoop. That's Catman. Shot in off the glass, and good for 2 more.
He does have a nice touch off the glass. He was floating through the air, and that's the hardest shot in basketball to make.
7 minutes exactly to go in the first half. 31-27 the score in favor of the Jaguars. Bears shot put up. Goes for Washington. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will be a Jaguar basketball.
The only thing that bothered me there is they took a quick shot, but they had 2 of the Brookhaven Bears underneath in position for the rebound. Were not boxed out again by the Jaguars. If they could have grabbed the rebound, they would have been able to lay that in.
Well, believe it or not, the Bears have a substitution in, and that could only be one guy. That's got to be L.B. Willis, who is the only man on the bench tonight for Texas. Here come the Jaguars, working that perimeter. Number 35, Whiteman. Pass off on the right side, goes to Catman. Catman looks now. Baseline jump shot, put up. Number 42, does not fall for Grinnell. Fighting for it now, the board. The follow-up shot, up and good. What a power move. Number 50, Matt Sisley got the board and put the shot up for the deuce.
On the pass, they took it out of bounds. They threw it the length of the court to number 22, L.B. Willis, and they almost had a cherry pick layup off that. They moved the ball so quickly. Sisley has been the difference so far in the last 4 or 5 minutes for the Jaguars.
What kind of wonder, Ron, if Brookhaven now, they feel the pressure, maybe rushing it a little bit. That quick pass down court. Bears will inbounds underneath their basket. Number 3, Washington throws the duty in. Comes to number 11, Charles. Charles barks out the offense. 3-point land on the right side. Charles will now drive the lane. Puts the jump shot up. Does not fall. Rebound goes to Washington. Washington.